Welcome back to reading Gravity Falls, Pining Away. We're on to chapter 3. But first, I want to say hi to my grandkids. Hi. And to their friends. Hi. Glad you could join me. I've got laundry going. I've got my dogs, so you know if they're barking, you know what's going on. So let's get to chapter 3. Chapter 3. So, both Dippers said at the same time. Then they chuckled. Sorry, you first. Stop copying me. Dipper and his clone laughed. The machine had made a copy that not only looked like Dipper, but thought just like him too. So Dipper's clone was saying everything Dipper would say. Dipper took a black marker and wrote a number 2 on the clone's hat. I will call you number 2, Dipper said. Definitely not. You know what name I've always wanted, the clone asked. Of course Dipper knew. Do you know? Tyrone, Dipper knew. And Dipper and his clone said together, Okay, Tyrone, let's get down to business. Dipper said, remembering why he had copied himself in the first place. I'm thinking you cover for me at the ticket stand while I ask Wendy to dance. Tyrone nodded. I know the plan, buddy. Dipper frowned. Hey, we're not going to get jealous and turn on each other like the clones in the movies, are we? Dipper, please. This is you you're talking about, Tyrone said. Plus, you can always disintegrate me with water. Dipper grinned. Yeah. So Tyrone went outside to work the ticket stand, while Dipper strolled up to Wendy on the dance floor. Great news, Wendy, he said. I got somebody to cover the concessions for me. Wendy turned to him smiling. That's awesome. You can hang out with me and Robbie. Robbie, you remember Dipper from the convenience store? A tall teen turned to face them. His black hair hung over his eyes, and he had an electric guitar strapped to his back. Behind him, a silver and red mountain bike leaned against the wall. No, Robbie said in a dull voice. Then he took the guitar from its case and played some licks on it. Wendy, check out my new guitar. Wendy's eyes lit up. Whoa, cool. Dipper gasped in horror. Robbie was not in the plan. He could only imagine what would happen next, and a jealous fantasy flashed in his mind. Wendy and Robbie were on the dance floor, dancing to a slow song. Robbie, you're a stupid, arrogant fraud, but kiss me anyway, because you can play guitar, Wendy said. Oh, wait, I forgot something. Wendy walked across the dance floor and punched Dipper right in the gut. She called out to Robbie, Let's get married tonight. Dipper's cell phone roused him from his fantasy. It was Tyrone. Hey, buddy, it's me, you, he said. I just had the same jealousy fantasy. We got to get rid of Robbie if I ever want to dance with Wendy, Dipper said. Hey, Dipper, we're going to go sit on the couch, said Wendy. Uh-oh. I sense trouble a-brewing. Meet us when you're done, she said. She and Robbie walked off the dance floor. Dipper panicked. Oh, no! They're sitting on the couch! We got to think of something quick, he wailed into the phone. Then he noticed Robbie's bicycle. I got an idea. I got the same one, said Tyrone, looking through the window. But we're going to need some help. A couple of minutes later, they were both in the storage room, and a second clone popped out of the copier. And that's where you come in, number 3, Dipper said after he explained the plan to the new clone. But what if Robbie catches me, asked number 3. I'll be all alone. Okay, one more. One more clone, Dipper said. This is a 4-Dipper plan. He hopped up on the copier again and pressed the button. A puff of black smoke burst from the machine, and it made a grinding noise. Uh-oh, paper jam, said Tyrone, going to the feeder. The paper coming out had Dipper's image on it, but it was all crinkled. Tyrone laid it on the floor, and the image came to life. It looked like a crunched-up version of Dipper. Paper Jam Dipper screeched, jumping into Tyrone's arms. You're not going to make me partner up with him, are you? Number 3 asked Tyrone. If you ask me, it looks a little bit like Grunkle Stan. What do you think? Shh! Don't be rude, Tyrone whispered as Paper Jam Dipper screeched and lugged on his lower lip like a poorly behaved monkey. Dipper sighed. Okay, just one more clone. Back on the dance floor, Mabel and Pacifica were battling it out to see who could party the hardiest. Pacifica stood in the spotlight, singing a pop song. The crowd clapped as she finished on a glass-shattering high note. I used to sing like that, Grenda said, before my voice changed. Pacifica pulls ahead, Seuss announced. Pacifica handed Mabel the microphone. Try and top that, she said. Oh, and Grenda, by the way, you sound like a professional wrestler. Pacifica walked away, laughing as Grenda balled her hands into fists. I want to put her in a headlock and make her feel pain, she said. It's not over till it's over, sisters, Mabel promised Candy and Grenda. Watch this, Seuss. Get me the 80th, crowd-pleasingest, rock balladiest song you got. Seuss pressed some buttons and the sounds of a 1980s rock ballad flowed from the speakers. Mabel took to the stage and started to sing. Don't start unbelieving, never don't feel your feelings. The crowd went crazy for the song, and Mabel ended with a body flip and landed on her face. That was for you guys, she yelled, and everyone whooped and cheered. Do you think she won? Let's find out. Just then, Dipper ran up and whispered something into Seuss's ear. Seuss nodded and spoke into the microphone. Dudes, would the owner of a silver and red dirt bike please report outside? It is being stolen right now. What? Wait, Robbie asked, and he looked out the window to see the back of the 2 guys who were riding off with his bike. Little did he know they were 2 Dipper clones. Hey, come back here, Robbie yelled, running outside. Oh, tough break, Dipper told Wendy, laughing nervously. I wonder who those guys are. They aren't me because I'm right here. Now we're going to bring it down for a minute. Seuss pressed some more buttons. Ladies, dudes, now is the time. A slow dance groove filled the room. Oh, snap. Love this song, Wendy told Dipper. Mabel ran up to her brother. Hey, Goofus, now's your chance to ask Wendy to dance. Come on, go, she whispered, giving him a push. Dipper pulled his checklist from his pocket and studied it. Then he looked at Wendy, who was still sitting on the couch, swaying to the music. All he had to do was speak up and ask her. He stammered, suddenly feeling sweaty. I'll be right back. He rushed to his room where he found Tyrone waiting for him. The dance floor is a minefield. A minefield, Tyrone, Dipper wailed. What if there's a glitch in the sound system, Tyrone asked. Stan might get in the way, Dipper said. Robbie might come back, added Tyrone. There's too many variables, he said, looking at his clone in the eye. They were both thinking the same thing. We need help! And that is the end of chapter 3. Thanks for listening. Till next time. For Reading with Nana.